The sky is falling, or it might be falling, but there is definitely not peaches and cream, roses and daisies right now in the land of shy.
Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie and centerpiece of Chicago Sky's new era, is reportedly spiraling. After yet another painful loss in the WNBA, tensions have reached a boiling point, and sources say Reese is now begging for a trade out of Chicago. Yes, you heard that right. From slamming chairs on the sideline to making cryptic social media posts, Angel's frustration is spilling over, and the drama is unfolding in real time. In this video, we're breaking down exactly what's happening with Angel Reese.
Once again, they lost last night. Once again, Angel Reese had one of these double-doubles that doesn't translate to victories. And the WNBA is celebrating it today.
Why the Chicago Sky are imploding, and whether a trade request could actually be on the table. Let's get into it. The Chicago Sky entered the 2025 WNBA season with hopes of building a new identity. After a rocky 2024, the franchise leaned into a youthful rebuild.
One of the most baffling shots I've ever seen in my life last night. She literally put a shot up looking away from the basket and just flung it up over her head. All the while, she had perimeter shooters open.
Headlined by Angel Reese and fellow rookie Camila Cardoso. But fast forward to today, and those dreams are turning into a nightmare. The Sky are sitting at the bottom of the standings with one of the worst records in the league. They're getting blown out night after night.
And Camila Cardoso, who, by the way, had a hell of a game last night, a hell of an efficient game last night, was come running in under the basket and doesn't give her the ball.
Struggling to score, struggling to defend, and most of all, struggling to stay together. In their most recent loss, the Sky were embarrassed on national television in a 30-point blowout. Reese finished with just 6 points and 5 rebounds on 2 of 10 shooting. She looked disengaged, frustrated, and overwhelmed.
You see it right here, 33 minutes, 3 of 9. You are a power forward. You cannot shoot 3 of 9 in this league. Any professional league. And really and truly, you shouldn't be on the court.
And this wasn't an isolated incident. It's part of a pattern. During the game, cameras caught Angel Reese slamming a water bottle, barking at teammates, and walking away from the bench during a timeout. She appeared to be in a full-blown meltdown. After the game, she skipped the media session entirely, something the WNBA typically frowns upon.
And the WNBA's not helping. The league's not helping here. Another milestone for Angel Reese. The sophomore has become the fastest player in WNBA history to have 500 points and 500 rebounds, doing it in just 38 games. Tina Charles, 44 games to reach the milestone.
Instead, she posted a cryptic message to her Instagram story that read, "Can't do this alone. Tired of losing. Tired of fake love." And that wasn't all. Within an hour, she unfollowed several Sky players on social media and removed Chicago Sky from her bio.
I mean, at 33 minutes, 3 of 9 from the field. You're 6'4". She added 15 rebounds, 5 of them offensive, and 13 points.
That move set the internet on fire. Was she sending a message? Is she done with the team? The speculation exploded overnight. According to one anonymous league executive who spoke to a WNBA insider, Reese has privately expressed interest in being traded to a more competitive team. Another source close to Reese claims she's fed up.
All Angel had to do was take the ball, wait for Camila to cut under here, and drop the ball over to her, and boom, she could have put a little finger roll or a little layup in there. And but you know, that ball goes into Angel. That's where that ball goes. That's where that ball goes to die.
With the coaching staff, and doesn't believe the Sky are using her correctly. She reportedly believes her brand is suffering because of the team's poor performance and limited national exposure. Let's not forget, Angel Reese has built her fame on more than just basketball.
Here we are. I mean, another loss for the Sky, another extremely inefficient performance, another worthless double-double.
She's a businesswoman, a model, a brand ambassador. She's worked with companies like Reebok, Beats by Dre, and Amazon. Losing on the stage week after week is hurting her both professionally and personally. Now here's the question.
You know how many minutes Angel should have? About 15 minutes a game. She ought to be like the 7th person off the bench, maybe. Something like that.
Is Angel Reese the problem or the victim? Some fans say she came into the league with too much ego and not enough skill. Her shot mechanics are still questionable. She struggles to finish around the rim against elite defenders, and her free throw shooting has regressed. Others argue she's a victim of bad coaching and an even worse roster.
Breaking, I have confirmed with multiple sources that Angel Reese has approached the Chicago Sky front office discussing the possibility of being traded. In the meeting, Reese placed an emphasis on her frustration with teammates as well as the coaches, going as far to say, "I can't handle these expletive who put themselves before the team."
The Sky don't have a true floor general, and spacing is a nightmare. Reese is constantly crowded in the paint and getting doubled because there's no real outside threat. Still, body language matters. Leadership matters. And Angel's constant sideline antics, from eye rolls to disengagement, have started to raise serious red flags. According to team insiders, tensions have been building between Reese and veteran players.
My insider at the Chicago Sky has said that the organization felt unprepared for this drama and are looking to de-escalate the situation rather than trade the one-time All-Star.
Some teammates reportedly feel she received special treatment from the coaching staff and is more focused on social media than film sessions. There have also been whispers of friction between Reese and Camila Cardoso, her highly touted rookie counterpart. The two were expected to form a dominant frontcourt, but chemistry issues and overlapping skill sets have created friction. In one recent game, Cardoso visibly shook her head after Reese failed to rotate on defense.
Folks, this is some wild stuff. She is 4 games into her second season in the WNBA, and I think it's really, really rich for Angel Reese to sit here and say, "I can't handle these expletive who put themselves before the team."
Moments later, Reese ignored Cardoso during a team huddle. The disconnect was obvious. If the Sky hoped their locker room would gel, that dream might already be dead. Meanwhile, the comparison everyone's making, whether fair or not, is between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Clark is thriving with the Indiana Fever. She's breaking records, selling out arenas, and leading her team to surprising wins. Even with all the pressure and physicality thrown at her, she's responding with poise.
You're talking about a player who chose to go to the Met Gala and miss practice during the preseason rather than be with her team. She hops on a plane. She flies to New York. She skips practice. She does everything except for putting her team in front of her own pleasure.
Reese, on the other hand, is struggling to keep her composure and her team afloat. The contrast in leadership styles couldn't be more stark. While Clark deflects credit and takes blame, Reese seems to point fingers and fan flames. The media has noticed, the fans have noticed, and now, it appears, so has Angel herself, which might explain her desperation to get out of Chicago. If Angel Reese is truly on the brink of asking out,
this is a player who last year padded her numbers left and right in a double-double streak where she's demanding the ball down 14 points with 7 seconds left because she needs some buckets to get to a double-double, and then has a temper tantrum walking off of the floor. It's really an interesting dynamic here in Chicago.
This could be a total disaster for Chicago Sky. They built their marketing around her. She's the face of the franchise. Losing her would set the rebuild back years and damage their ability to draw fans. Remember, even in blowouts, it's her face that fills seats. She's the main attraction. A trade would also raise questions about Sky management. Did they overreach? Did they fail to build a functional system? Or did they simply misjudge Reese's personality and readiness for the pros? Either way, this situation is heading for a breaking point.
I don't blame her one bit, in fact, because that's not her role. She can't dribble. She can't shoot. She can't move without the ball. She needs to be around the basket. And even if she misses a lot of layups, she can grab a lot of rebounds and create other actions in terms of fouls being called.
In her most recent interview, Angel tried to play it cool, but it backfired. When asked about the team's chemistry, she said, "We're all still learning. I mean, I can't control what other people do. I can only focus on me." That quote didn't sit well with fans or analysts. It sounded more like deflection than accountability. Several former players, including WNBA legends like Rebecca Lobo and Swin Cash, have publicly commented on her attitude, suggesting she needs to grow up and learn how to lead under pressure.
Is this a shock? Not really, in my opinion, but for how fast, then yes. Like, we're 4 games in. This is probably a matter of massive levels of frustration because the roster sucks.
Now comes the big question. Will the Sky actually pull the trigger on a trade? Right now, it's unlikely. They're still holding out hope that Reese can mature, that the locker room can stabilize, and that better coaching or personnel tweaks will turn things around. But if things continue down this path, more losses, more public outbursts, more fan backlash, they might have no choice. It wouldn't be the first time a young star forced her way out. The WNBA is evolving, and players are gaining more control over their destinies. If Reese wants out bad enough, she might just get her wish. The talent is there. No one questions her physicality, rebounding, or motor, but the intangibles, poise, maturity, composure, are where she needs to grow. Angel Reese came into the WNBA as one of the most hyped players in recent memory, but just a few weeks into her rookie season, things are spiraling fast.
Start is what is needed, although it's kind of crazy that you'd be asking for a fresh start literally 4 games into your second season. But I would call on Angel Reese to look herself in the mirror first.
Frustrated, disconnected, possibly ready to leave Chicago behind. Whether or not she's officially requested a trade, the signs are all there, and the WNBA world is watching closely. Will she stay and fight, or will she bail and start over? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the drama is just beginning. What do you think? Should the Chicago Sky trade Angel Reese?
So maybe if she has asked for a trade or talked about being traded, the possibility, there will be some takers out there for sure. There will be some takers. What will it take? Don't know.
Is she the victim of a bad system or her own worst enemy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more hard-hitting WNBA coverage.